You're listening to Manx Radio, and I'm Judith Lay, welcoming you to the podcast of Today at the Guild, results and winning performances from the 2022 Manx Music, Speech and Dance Festival.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Pastor Mai, it's Judith back from the Villa Marina and saying a very good evening to you. Welcome to Today at the Guild. Between now and 10 o'clock, I aim to bring you as much as I can from this festival that is so rich in entertainment. Whether your choice is for solo singing, instrumental, spoken word, there is something for everybody. Let's start off with a big, bold, skilled sound. This, again, as I promised I would do, is taking us back to classes that were held earlier in the week, and I promised that I would revisit some of those and play some more of the music. All I can say is I leave you now in the very skilled hands of JUAN WRIGHT. We just waited for a moment there for the applause. Great trombone playing there from JUAN WRIGHT, accompanied by Naomi Longhurst. And that won a first place for JUAN WRIGHT in the instrumental brass solo class. And that was a piece called Shout. And we have plenty to shout about on the programme tonight. Great music that I know you're going to enjoy. Now, we talked last night about the 3 women who are going to be contesting the Cleveland Medal tomorrow night. That's Debbie Gooding, Karen Elliott and Morag Withy. Now, we knew last night who the 3 gentlemen were going to be, who will be also competing for the glittering prize. But we didn't have any music. I didn't have that ready to play for you last night. Well, I've got the music for you now. And when you've listened to this, you will realise, first of all, what a wonderfully entertaining night it is going to be tomorrow night. And what a closely fought competition it's going to be. Although I shouldn't say fought, because all 6 of these people are good friends. All of them love their music, and all of them said the same thing at different times. And they said they're really looking forward to tomorrow night just as an opportunity to do what they love, and that's to sing. Now, obviously, the person who takes the Cleveland Medal is going to be thrilled to bits. But what they love most is just the opportunity to sing and to be sharing a stage together. Yes, they worked hard. All of them worked hard individually to secure their places in the final, and it's reflected in the marks that they got. There were very, very high marks for all 6 singers. We're going to listen to the men now, and accompanied by Patricia Cullen, let's listen first to Neil Taverner. And Neil chose a piece that he told me afterwards is a particular personal favourite of his, and it is Silent Noon. This is Cleveland Medal contender Neil Taverner.
Your hands lie open in the long, fresh grass. The finger points look through like rosy blooms. Your eyes smile peace. The pasture gleams and glooms 'neath billowing skies that scatter and amass. Go round a nest far as the eye can pass, a golden king-cup fields with silver edge, where the cow parsley skirts the hawthorn hedge. 'Tis visible silence, still as the hourglass. Deep in the sun-searched grove, the dragonfly hangs like a blue thread loosened from the sky. So this winged air is dropped to us from above. Oh, clasp we to our hearts for deathless tower, this close companion in articulate power, when twofold silence was the song.
Very, very beautiful piece, isn't it? Silent Noon by Vaughan Williams, and that was the voice of Neil Taverner. He was accompanied there by Patricia Cullen, and that was part of his class-winning performance. We'll play some more music from Neil a little bit later in the programme. The next person to qualify for the Cleveland Medal test was the wonderful Paul COSTAIN, and his personality just radiates from him. No matter how intense a competition or how much singing he's got to do, he's always got time to stop and share a joke, and just lovely outgoing personality. And yesterday he was no different. He was keeping us all amused in between people who were going on the stage and might otherwise have been very nervous. Let's listen now to Paul COSTAIN singing for us. Now, his two pieces, the first one, he had a little introduction for us. This is Paul COSTAIN, who too will be contending for the Cleveland Medal tomorrow night.
Mozart's opera, Don Giovanni, Leporello, Don Giovanni's servant, has kept a list, a catalogue of all his master's sexual conquests. Across Europe, they total 2,065. Women of every age, shape, and size. In the winter, he likes them plump. In the summer, he prefers them thin. If she wears a skirt, you know what's on his mind. Madamina, il catalogo è questo, delle belle che ho, padron mio, un catalogo che ho fatt'io. Osservate, leggete com'è, osservate, leggete com'è. In Italia 640, in Almania 231, 100 in Francia, tocchi e non 21, ma in Spagna, son già 1.300. 1.300. Ma von Fresto contredine, cameriere cittadine, a contesse baronesse, magazzini principente, per doni claro, doni forma, donetà, donetà. In Italia 640, in Almania 231, 100 in Francia, Turchia non 21, ma in Spagna son già 1.300. 1.300. A von Fresto contredine, cameriere cittadine, a contesse baronesse, magazzini principenti, e doni grado, doni fama, doni fama, donetà, doni fama, donetà. Nella bionda e l'usanza di lordalla la gentilezza nelle bieche la costanza dolcezza vol der vento la grosotta vol d'estate la magratta la piccina, 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 ignoret stolza, ignoret stolza, ignoret stolza. Le vecchie passione premedante e la giovin principiante non s'appicca se sia ricca, se sia brutta, se sia bella, se sia ricca, brutta, se sia bella. Sapete quel che fa, voi sapete quel che fa, porcher porti la gonnella, voi sapete quel che fa, voi sapete, voi sapete quel che fa, quel che fa, quel che fa. Voi sapete quel che fa.
Wasn't that just wonderful? Absolutely. Just, oh, there isn't a word for it. It's just terrific. It is going to be such a good night tomorrow night. Let me tell you what's happening. It's very, very simple, very straightforward. It's just going to be a fantastic night in the Villa Marina. And it starts at, let me just make absolutely sure here before I lead you completely astray, as I am famed for doing. It's going to start tomorrow night at 7:30. And the evening is going to begin in the Royal Hall in the Villa Marina with the Cleveland Medal Test. So we'll be hearing the men and the women singing. That will how we will start the evening, and then that will be adjudicated. It's going to be adjudicated jointly by one of our the existing adjudicators who has been with us for the whole of the week, Stephen Roberts, and he will be adjudicating alongside our very special guest, which is Ben Forster. And they will adjudicate the Cleveland Medal, and that will be awarded. And then we can all enjoy a mini concert from our guest, Ben Forster. Now, Ben Forster, the name might not instantly be familiar to you, but when I tell you that just a few years ago, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber had a reality series on the television that was called Superstar. And the idea of it was to find a new person to play the person of Jesus Christ in an arena tour of the famous musical Jesus Christ Superstar. And as you might imagine, it's a hugely popular musical. Lots of people that was a coveted role, and lots of people went in for that. And it was Ben Forster who, at the end of the process, was successful. And he went on an arena tour with the show, playing the part of Jesus Christ. And it was enormously successful. There are a number of people who've been in touch with us since they heard that Ben was coming to us and said, you must go. He is excellent. I saw the arena tour when it was here or there, and you must go. They've seen the posts and seen that he's going to come here. and they said, you must go, he's brilliant. Now, after Jesus Christ Superstar, he then went to the West End, and he was in a number of productions, including Les Miserables. So he's played all the big parts, and some quite interesting musicals as well. And in addition to this, he's a fine solo singer and has put out 2 albums of cover versions of classic songs. When I say classic songs, pop songs that have stood the test of time, that have been around for 30, 40 years. And he's done some beautiful acoustic versions of those songs, a couple of albums of those. So he's a singer of great versatility. So I have no idea what form his concert is going to take, but I can tell you that it's going to be great. And I can tell you that we've got our own local superstar who will be joining him, because Helen Power is available, and she will be joining him, and she will be singing as well. So we're absolutely delighted that we've got really the best of all worlds. And of course, I must say a big thank you to Ben Forster, who has come at such short notice, because you will have heard that John Owen Jones, who was booked to do this very same thing, to judge and then to give us a concert, unfortunately was taken ill on Tuesday. But literally at a moment's notice, Ben, who happened to be free, said, yes, I'll do it. And so he literally, grabbed a few bits and pieces, jumped on a plane, and, well, almost jumped on a plane. I think he'll be on one now. He's due to arrive on the island any moment now. And we will, of course, give him a hero's welcome. But it is going to be a very special night. And if you can come down and join us, it is, because it is a gala night, it's not covered by the general admission tickets. You would need to get a ticket from the Villa Gaiety box office, available online or in person. But if you can come down and join us, it's going to be a very, very special night. Now, I appreciate that we've still got our 3rd contender for the Cleveland Medal. We will be hearing from him in a few moments, but I thought we'd just hear from a few young people, and then we will come back and hear the 3rd, or I should say, the 3rd of our group of men, the 6th contender for the Cleveland Medal. We will be hearing from him in just a little while. But next, some wise advice from a young man from Onken.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
There's a lot of spoken word in the Guild. Poetry, public speaking, Shakespeare, all of those. But I've chosen for you now something from a young man called Gabriel Campbell. Now, Gabriel won the public speaking for up to aged 11. There's set subjects to choose from, and Gabriel chose to tell you about school. This is class-winning Gabriel Campbell.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gabriel Campbell from Year 5 Onken School, and for the next few minutes I'll be talking about what I think about school. I find school educational like everyone, and I'm there to learn the importance of life and to make new friends. I also think schools need more fun ways to learn, so we have more learning in before high school. So sit back, relax and enjoy this wonderful speech. First of all, I think all schools should have a fun educational activity between lessons, like crafts, drawing, reading, ... or a chat with friends, because I think it makes you feel happy and it warms up our brains. School is fun because you learn new things like facts about the body, a musical instrument, or maybe a new language. Anyway, in my opinion, Onken is the best, like the best, because we get to go in the field in our wellies and we go on really fun trips. And if you get Learning Hero, you get toast, and you can have any topping, such as jam, butter, honey, which are all so yummy. And if we had even more fun learning, it will be the best school ever. I hope this speech has persuaded you all to agree that schools need to change for more fun learning in our world. Remember, the fun of the learning, the more successful you'll be. Thank you for your time. By me, Gabriel Campbell.
Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that just great? Thank you, Gabriel Campbell, class winner there. And I think everything he said, absolutely true. I love the idea of the toast and the topping, though, don't you? Excellent. And I've heard a few times over the last couple of days the adjudicators rightly asking for a round of applause for teachers, drama group teachers, school teachers, they're so appreciative of the support and the encouragement that they give to young people, because there would be very, very few young people taking part in the Guild without the encouragement given to them by their teachers. So quite right that they are acknowledged and thanked for all that they do. Now, a couple of young singers for you now, and these are young voices who will qualify or will be in contention for the Sheffield Plate. Now, that competition is on Saturday night. I think it's quite nice, actually, that the Sheffield Plate and the Cleveland Medal are spread onto separate nights now. So we've got two equally exciting events. You know, I love the Sheffield Plate because it is a snapshot of the lovely young potential that is there, that we can just see how it's going to develop. We're going to listen now to a couple of singers, and I'm just looking in my book to see was on the stage, because I was looking up a little bit of a bit of information about Gabriel Campbell, and I've lost my place in the book. I tell you what, I do want to mention to you, I was talking to a couple of young men who won the duologue for up to year 6, and they were very, very good, Frank and Ted. And what the lovely thing was, I asked them if they were in a drama group or something like that, and they said no, we just decided that we'd like to do this, and they said we're best friends, so we thought it would be a nice thing to do because we're best friends. And I thought that was so nice. I said, how long have you known each other? One's just 11 and the other's 10. They're very close in age. It's not a full year between them, so they're around about 10, 11. I said, how long have you known each other? Oh, they said, pretty much all our lives. We met when we were at nursery. And I just thought it was just really, really touching. And they were very good, very funny, and won their class. Now, if you would like to meet Frank and Ted, you can. And all you need to do is to go to our website, because what we've been doing this year, new for this year, is making some little videos. And I have to say a huge thanks to my colleague Chris Quirk, who's been doing all the difficult bits. I've had the fun bit. I just talk to people and keep away from the camera if I possibly can. That's another story altogether. But Chris has been doing all the technical work, and I've been just having the joy of talking to anybody that I could find who would come and talk to me. And Ted and Frank chatted to me about friendship and doing their duologue, and they did a little bit of the duologue, and we filmed it. manxradio.com, that's our website, and you will see a little place where all the videos are, and just have a little look at the Guild videos and find Ted and Frank. They're great. You will enjoy watching that. And lots of other things too. There's a whole range of videos, all different people. There's some adjudicators talking, there's just Guild supporters, competitors. Have a little look. I'm sure that you will enjoy what you see. I certainly enjoyed talking to the people. So we have got our own YouTube channel. As you know, Manx Radio has a YouTube channel. Search for Manx Radio and you'll find them all there. But alternatively, you can go to our own website, manxradio.com, and you will find all our Guild videos there. Enjoy. Now, let's hear the girls singing for us now. 2 more contenders for the Sheffield Plate, as I say. And the first one who is going to sing for us is BREESHA. And this is, now let me make absolutely sure, because it's all going very well here, and I don't want to make a horrendous mistake by saying the wrong name and playing the wrong music, because it was all, like I say, that's, let's not spoil it halfway through the programme, shall I? BREESHA Kelsey was the class winner. This is the girls' solo for school years 7 and 8. And the accompanist for this class is Frank Woolley. And it is a set test piece. Here to sing for you now is class winner BREESHA Kelsey.
Scarring ground so jauntily, free as a bird was born to be.
And that was BREESHA KELSEY, and the song was Friend of the Ocean. She was accompanied there by Frank Woolley. Now, the other class that was decided this morning, the other place allocated for the Sheffield Plate, was a girls' solo, slightly older singers here, in school years 9 and 10, so that's 14 and 15. And here we have the accompanist, Wendy McDowell, and the class winner was KIRSTEN LOACH. And again, it's a test piece, a set song, and the song is The Water is Wide. Let's listen now to KIRSTEN LOACH. Wendy McDowell accompanying KIRSTEN LOACH there, and KIRSTEN won the class, and BREESHA and KIRSTEN will be competing for the Sheffield Plate on Saturday evening. Now that evening starts earlier. The starting time on Saturday is, I'm just looking, it's 6:30. And that's Saturday night in the Royal Hall in the Villa Marina. We start the evening with the Sheffield Plate competition, and that's followed by, again, it's going to be a lovely night because it's followed by the concert class for young people, vocal ensembles for youngsters, and then we finish the evening with the concert class for adults. And that's like the brass bands. You know how the brass bands on Sunday, each of them performed a little concert? Well, the concert class for adult choirs is exactly the same thing. They put together a concert for a fixed time, and of course it's just a set of mini concerts, very different because all the choirs have different repertoire. So that's going to be a lovely evening, starting off with the youngsters and then the choirs and vocal ensembles from that. And that's Saturday evening, again in the Villa Marina in the Royal Hall, and that starts at the earlier time of 6:30, 7:30 for tomorrow night with the Cleveland Medal Test, and then Ben Forster's concert, I should say. His concert for us. Also guesting with him, our very own Helen Power. So it's going to be a memorable evening. However, whilst everybody's enjoying that in the Royal Hall, I will be back here tomorrow at 9 with lots more winning performances to share with you. And tomorrow we've got lots of different classes, very varied mix of classes again. We've got some choirs and spoken words, so lots more. If you can pop into the Villa at some point tomorrow, £5 gets you a ticket, and on that ticket you can go anywhere you like around the Villa. You can go in the promenade and suite and then go up to the Royal Hall and just dip into whichever of the classes interest you. You'll be made very welcome. And if you need just a little bit of revival, then go into the cafe on the Colonnade Suite and you can have a nice piece of cake and a cup of tea, because it's a well-known thing that calories eaten outside of your own kitchen do not count.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Let's go back now to the Cleveland Medal Test, and we've heard from Neil Taverner, we've heard from Paul COSTAIN. Now, the third contender is the man who won in 2019, and that's Matthew Quinn. And again, it was just like the Ladies' Choice of Music. There were composers that the singers can choose from. For their first piece, they had to pick a piece from one of the particular. Mozart and Quilter were two of those, and I think Rossini was the third. And then for their second piece, it's an own choice. Let's listen now as Matthew Quinn sings for us, and Matthew's going to sing By the Fountainside. It's a piece by Quilter. Matthew's accompanist is Patricia Cullen. This is Matthew Quinn.
Slow, fresh fount, keep time with my salt tears, yet slower yet, oh faintly gentle springs, list to the heavy part the music bears. Woe weeps out her division when she sings, when she sings. Droop herbs and flowers, full grief in showers, our beauties are not ours. Oh, I could still, like melting snow, upon some craggy hill, drop, 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 since nature's pride is now a withered daffodil, is now a withered
That was Matthew Quinn, accompanied by Patricia Cullen, and he was singing there By a Fountainside by Roger Quilter, one of the set composers from which the singers had to choose. It was Mozart, Rossini or Quilter that they had to choose from, and then it was a piece of their own choosing, and Matthew's second piece was actually by Verdi. And just to give you an idea of you've listened to the quality, but the high standard of all the singers that took part in this. There were Neil, who we heard a little earlier in the programme, he had 91 marks. Matthew 92, and 92 for Paul COSTAIN as well. And you know, if you know anything at all about the Guild, that 90 marks of 90 and above are very rarely given. But they were in that case, and they were in the case of the next competitor, which is something completely different. Now, the Miranda family have supported the Guild very loyally over these last years, and they excel particularly in spoken word. And we're going to listen now to Jeremy Miranda. And Jeremy won the public speaking class for 12 and 13-year-olds. And Jeremy won in fine style because he was awarded 91 marks. Now, for the public speaking, there's a choice of topics. So they could pick from read the book or watch the film. Should boys and girls be treated differently? Or, the third choice, and this is the one that class-winning Jeremy Miranda chose, is homework a waste of time? Here's Jeremy Miranda.
Is homework a waste of time? Well, homework is okay, but it just takes up so much of my spare time. But I was thinking, does homework have any benefits? Well, yes, there are some. Developing time management skills, planning how to enjoy after-school activities, as well as finding time to do your homework. Because if you didn't finish your homework, you would end up blaming your non-existent dog for eating it yet again. Another benefit is that homework also gives us more time to think about what we have done at school, but at our own pace. But there are disadvantages to homework. For example, after a long school day and after-school activities, homework can be tiring. You are trying to focus on it when you are feeling exhausted. Something not too challenging like completing a couple of sums dividing decimals? Fine, I can manage that. Apprendre cinq couleurs. Pas de problème. That means no problem learning 5 colours in French. A simple drawing? Okay, I can do that, but of the Mona Lisa? Really? So, after weighing up the positives and negative sides of homework, do I say, down with homework? Absolutely not. Given in moderation and occasionally, I believe that homework does wonders to strengthen our education. However, I also believe that an excessive amount of homework can have a detrimental effect. It can put strain on students and use up valuable time that can be spent with family, engaging in creative activities, or even getting fresh air, kicking a ball around outside with friends. Homework is not a waste of time if given in moderation and not too often. Just remembered, I do have homework to do tomorrow. Better dash. Thank you for listening.
I thought there was wasn't that a great end? It quite took me by surprise. I wonder if it did you too. Very skilled there from Jeremy Miranda, who won his class there. And I was just thinking, listening to him and then listening to Gabriel at Onken School. And I'm thinking, yeah, with young people like that, the future's okay, isn't it? Let's have some more music. And this time we're going to hear from a lady who is singing really, really well this week. And she's had a lot of success, I'm happy to say. And this time we're going to listen to Sarah Shimin. And she won the Foreign Language Art Song. This is a class for adults. And her accompanist, once again, is Patricia Cullen. And our Cloris was her choice. And let's listen now to the beautiful voice of Sarah Shimin. Beautiful singing from Sarah Shimin. And this is her winning Foreign Language Art Song. That was Sarah Shimon, and as I say, Sarah's singing beautifully this week and has given us a lot of pleasure with her music, and they've been very successful as well. And now, with just a little bit of time to spare, I'm amazed how quickly the time has gone, but let's focus on some instrumental music now. And those are the classes that were in the Royal Hall earlier today. And let's hear now, first of all, from the winner of one of the instrumental classes that we started our day. And this is the string classes for various instruments: violin, cello, plucked strings, which gives a little bit more breadth in the instruments that people can choose from. And this one is class-winning Eleanor Linus, who's going to play for us. Beautiful harp playing there from class winner Eleanor Linus. Let's listen now to another class winner. This is violinist Frank Jockin. And that little piece, played there for us by Frank Jockin on the violin, was called Raft Race. And we're going to end now with fine cello playing from another class winner, and this is Grace Templar. Thank you very much indeed for your company. I'll be back tomorrow night at 9 with another hour of winning performances, results and news from today at the Guild. Fast am I.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
The Nation Station, Manx Radio.